Hello, happy Friday. Welcome to the IT Hour. We are midway through December and only a couple of weeks until the end of the year. I don't know where it all goes, but here we are. Well, we are glad to be back. We don't have much time left in the year for all things that we have to accomplish, but we are glad to have you all with us. We've got Ella and Mark back with us, and we have a new guest, Barış from our product team. So welcome. Thanks for joining us. We usually start out by just chit chatting and saying hello and seeing how everyone's doing. Um, I don't know about y'all, but I've got to fit in some holiday shopping this weekend and next weekend because, well, I'll let you know a secret. I haven't even decorated yet, so I've got I've got a lot to do. But we've got a bunch of holiday markets this weekend and next, so I'm gonna go check those out and wander around and have some fun and see what local businesses I can support. How about y'all?
I haven't. We've decorated. We actually this year, went up to the mountains in North Carolina and supported one of the Christmas tree farms there and cut down the trees there to support the local community after Helene. And so that was fun for our families. We've already decorated, but I have done zero shopping as well, Becky. So I will be starting that this week, I think.
Yeah, I have not decorated inside yet. We've still got to get a tree and do that. But the lights outside are up.
Mark's family already got a Christmas present this year. For anybody who wants to know, they got a horse. So
Yeah.
yeah.
A Mustang, yeah. Not a Ford Mustang. Just
A real Mustang, an actual Mustang.
a real
Oh,
one.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. Do you have kids, Mark?
I do, yes.
Oh, I
I
bet
have
they were
one daughter.
excited.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a daughter here that's 15 and in high school, just started high school. And my older daughter is in Boston. She graduated from college in May of this year, so that was super exciting. We went to the graduation.
Very nice. And Barsh, do you all celebrate
Yeah,
any sort of holidays?
yeah, especially the New Year's Eve, I would say. So we have our tree set already, but no present. So we should be getting those in the upcoming couple of weeks, I guess. But we still have time, so
Yeah.
it's getting there.
Yeah, definitely. I just feel like I'm running out of weekends to get time to shop. Tad says in the comments, no presents are purchased until it snows. If Okay, so Ella and I are in North Carolina. If we had that rule, no one would get any presents because it's so rarely it so rarely snows here. I don't think we've had snow for a few years now. Although a weekend ago or 2 weekends ago, in further west of us, they had a little bit of snow. It didn't stick very long, but here, I'm further east and did not get any snow at all. So I think my children would be very disappointed about the snow rule. So I have to save that one. Anyway, we've got a lot of stuff going on today. We'll talk a little bit about community, and then we'll talk about JumpCloud University, and then the new version of SaaS Management and what's going on there. Kelly says if we get snow here, it's usually not until January. So she likes the rule too. I guess that would give you more time to shop, wouldn't it, Kelly? More time to do all the things. One more reminder about the jumpies. I'm going to put the link to the form in the chat. Our customer rewards are still open. You have exactly 1 week to enter if you have not. I know a few of y'all out there have, but I'd love to see you enter. Send it along to your manager. There's a Make Work Happen champion category, and that is for an individual. So don't be subtle. Send it to your boss and say, hey, nominate me or nominate yourself. I mean, that is absolutely acceptable. Toot your own horn about all the great work you're doing. We would love to see it. give us more entries, do it. It doesn't take that long at all. You could spend 5-10 minutes filling it out. That is plenty good enough. If you need help filling it out, talk to your account manager or your customer success manager if you have one. But please, by all means, fill it out, get your entry in. You have until next week. We may not have the IT hour next week, so I won't be here to remind you because we don't have any topics scheduled. So we may just take next Friday and the Friday after off and give you all a break. So get those in, please. Send it to your boss, fill it out yourself, whatever you'd like to do. I really want to see what great things y'all are doing. So please, please, please enter. We have a couple of posts in the MSP discussions board. One's from Chris about the unique challenges and opportunities for MSPs in the hospitality industry. He did an interview and put that up on YouTube. And then there's all in an MSP minute. What does the future hold? Got a nice long article there to do some discussions. And don't forget that we try to post our show notes, recaps of the IT hour. I'm a little bit behind, but I'll get those up for you. And the podcast. Hey, Stuart, you're here. You got here in time for to hear all the SaaS Management updates. So you're not too late. And here's a link to the Make Work Happen podcast. We've got about 8 or 9 episodes out. Well, 8 plus the first episode, which was more of a teaser. So go listen to the podcast as well. We're very excited to have done all of that. See, look, I can put a little button there for you, a convenient button, but open it in another browser tab and don't go listen to it yet. Wait until after the IT hour. And we're really proud of that, and we would love to have more folks listen to it. And that is all I'm going to say for now until we get to the IT news, because our JumpCloud University team, Mark and Ella, you've seen both of them before. We're glad to have them back for kind of a review of the year and how things are going. And they've got some really cool things to share. So why don't y'all go ahead and tell us what's going on?
Thanks, Becky. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. All right, Hattie. I'm excited to be back here just to kind of talk about JumpCloud University and what we're doing and creating for all of you to continue to expand your knowledge around JumpCloud and our platform and all of our features and our products today. For those of you that are not aware, JumpCloud University is our academy. We have our certifications, lots of e-learning, things like that. We have a ton of courses and content in there. So not just the ones I'm going to highlight today, but just as we kind of start to round out the end of this year, we want to just kind of really highlight for you some 3 really important net new courses that we created this year. So one of the great things on the team is that we actually are always up, when we update our products, our team is involved in that. We're updating our courses or any of our content that we have there. But we also create net new content as our features allow for it. And so some of the 3 new courses that we created this year is we actually now have a quarterly product roadmap course. So if you are ever interested in what's coming out there, what's happened, what are we releasing, what are we focusing on? This is updated quarterly with our team along with the product team. So jump in, take a look at that, register for that, be on the lookout for new courses. When they pop up, we'll have a little pop-up in product for you to let you know that a new course is out. But that's a really great way for you guys to keep updated with what we're working on, what's coming out. So we really encourage just engagement in that. It's not like a deeper learning course. It's more of a reference material there, but definitely check it out. Take a look at what we're working on at JumpCloud. And then, of course, I'm not going to dive too much into the SaaS management one, but this is a new feature for us. We're super excited to talk to you guys about SaaS management, talk to you about the updates that are happening later on in this IT hour today. But we have a whole brand new course about it, talking about Shadow IT, how SaaS management can help you guide security, cost savings. If you're interested in SaaS management and the features, great course to check out too. It's small, it's short, really shows the features, the benefits of that product. Highly encourage you to take a look at that, even if you're just interested and haven't purchased that yet or added that on to your package. And then, of course, JumpCloud Go, a whole new thing. I use JumpCloud Go daily as a user. It saves me so much time as a user who doesn't want to remember their passwords or just wants things to be updated. I love JumpCloud Go as just an end user of JumpCloud. So really great for all of those things. So we have a course on that. Again, check it out. It's great for password list, phishing resistance, access methods. It's also a super short course for you to just kind of jump in and take a look at what that feature is if you want to learn more about it before kind of adding that or talking to your account manager about it. And I'm going to turn over to Mark, because another thing that we've really spent a lot of time doing and diving into is kind of some net new learning path curriculum around JumpCloud. Mark is an instructional designer on my team, senior instructional designer on my team. He's really in charge of all of our certifications and our badging. So Mark, I'm going to let you take it away for the next 2 slides here.
Thank you, Ella. Happy Friday, everyone. So we are super excited to give you some news about some troubleshooting courses and learning paths. We have actually updated the troubleshooting learning path for our direct customers. We've added some net new courses like the using JumpCloud log collection scripts, and that shows you how to set the log to debug mode. And we've also added a troubleshooting HRIS directory integrations course to that, as well as revamping the troubleshooting GWS and troubleshooting M365 courses. What I'd like to share with our partners, though, today is we have launched a new partner troubleshooting educational path. So troubleshooting JumpCloud for your clients. And this includes much of the content, but we have some additional course that is focused on tier 1 troubleshooting, best practices, what JumpCloud supports is what's in the realm of JumpCloud support and what is not for tier 1 support for your clients. The partner learning path actually has a certification attached to it. So you can earn a certification and a digital badge, which is verifiable through Credly. You can go to the next slide.
Yeah, we're super excited about this badge for partners, especially if you're an MSP that provides, direct support, tier 1 support for your clients. It's a great opportunity for you. So please let us know. Reach out to us if you want access to that. If you already have access to the Partner Learning Pass in JumpCloud University, you'll be able to see it in there. And then showcase, you can add that badge to your signature to let people know that you are tier 1 support. Have that badge for that tier 1 support. So, yes, Becky, put that on community. Thank you. And Mark, you said next slide, right? So here, about our cert. Yeah, here we go.
So the other thing we'd like to shout out today is that we are offering a discount from December 15th through end of January. There's 25% discount on the course certification. You can use this code at the checkout. And if you haven't gotten course certified, please take the time to do so if you have the time before the end of the year. You can learn more about our certifications here. I'll post that link in there for you as well. I think we have actually some additional news today in terms of, we've got a poll question, right, Becky, that we'd like to share with folks.
Yep, and it is live now. So if you click on the poll, you will see that.
Yeah, please fill it out. Fill out your responses. We're super excited to try to expand our curriculum, look at different modalities. Would love to see if you guys are even interested in that. Sometimes taking an e-learning course or going back to it, you forget to go and complete it. You forget the content. Something is live. You can go in, take a look at it, block your schedule for the day or for a couple hours, depending on that content. So really interested to see if that's even something any of you guys are interested in and would love to engage with us and have us develop for you all.
All right, we're starting to get some of those come in, so tell us what you think. The poll is, if live training events were held in 2025, would you prefer in-person or virtual?
Nice.
So we'll leave that open and let people continue to vote throughout the rest of the... I see your comment there, Brandon. Make sure you also click on the poll so it's captured there too. Oh, we've got a lot of
virtual. That's great. Awesome. Thank you. For those of you that are responding, any hot topics you guys are interested in that you would love us to cover? I mean, we're mostly thinking some of the, some of our certifications or content or core platform learning, things like that. But feel free to type in chat any topics that are, top of mind that you would love to learn in a kind of virtual live environment.
Yeah, I think, Ella, were we going to offer first 5 respondents that answer? We're going to offer some free certification exam vouchers.
Yep, that's right,
well.
Mark. We'll be offering some, thank you guys. Thanks, Mark, for that reminder. So thank you guys for responding. The first 5 that did respond to the poll, Becky, you can grab that information, correct?
I don't know if I can grab it. Well, I can grab who responded, but I don't know if I can grab the order they responded in. So you might want to have people just do a quick, yeah. You can also ask people to tell you topics and get the first 5 that way if you want to.
Yeah, I think that's what we're planning to do there.
Yeah. So if you want a certification, Stuart's like, yeah, I do. So if you want to just drop a topic in the chat there, then you can.
And you have an option here. If you have your core certification, we'll give you an advanced certification exam voucher. So
Tad says placeholder. I guess Tad wants to get a certification and get in before the 5 are taken. You still have time, Tad. You better get a an actual topic in there. Oh, that's a good one. Kelly's saying MSP management, MTP. So and Sukathita is saying API PowerShell module. Oh, that's a good one. Joe Workman would be a good person to do that. Richard's saying it'd be nice to do in person if that was part of a larger event. AWS reInvent, things like that.
Yeah.
Francis is saying zero touch deployments. Stuart had said SaaS training. So getting some good answers here. Let's see how the poll is doing. So we have 92% are saying virtual and 1% said in person. So
great.
Oh, and Kelly's saying +1 on the API PowerShell module. So
great.
Jonathan says commands, new deployments using the software repo. And Leandro says Apple ID management, JumpCloud MDM versus ABM. Okay. All right.
Awesome. I was trying to grab those, but
Becky, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll give you the
chat. Awesome.
Yeah, I was doing that too. I was just.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. You don't have to kill yourself trying to get those. I'll get them to you later. It's not a problem.
Perfect.
But keep those coming, y'all. If you've got more,
yeah.
while we're gonna go ahead and talk about SaaS management, if you have more of those, just keep dropping them in the chat, and yeah, I'll get you those later.
Thanks, Becky. Really appreciate your guys' feedback. Appreciate just the comments and everything. And super excited about 2025 to be able to offer you guys, some different learning experiences through different modalities. So thank you for your engagement and feedback there.
And thank you for coming along and actually, coming here for feedback and asking the audience to hear what they have to say. I think it's really important that that's taken seriously, and that's what is great about this group. They come every week, they participate, we have a little fun, we get a little silly, but when it comes down to it, this group takes that seriously in giving real opinions and real feedback. So I do love that about this group. So they're pretty awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, Becky, for the invitation, and thanks everyone for your time. And remember, if you don't have a JumpCloud University account, please sign up for one.
Oh, yeah, and they're gonna be back after the beginning of the year, probably around the end of Q1, because there's more cool stuff to come, and I'll leave the teaser at that, but, yeah, go sign up. Oh, and go sign up for JumpCloud Land too. I mean, there's lots to come in JumpCloud Land as well. It's jumpcloudland.jumpcloud.com is where you sign up for tickets. It's free. It's only a half day. There's lots going on there, and that's where we will do the announcement for who wins the customer awards. So come see that, and and we'll have a good time there. I'm laughing because Kelly says, "We're only a little silly." Clearly, Ross and Rob and I need to up our collective games. Yes, you do, because I can't do it all myself, Kelly. I can't be the only one. All right, let's move on to SaaS management. Barış, it is all yours, sir.
Thanks, Becky. And hi, everyone. So let me quickly share my screen and we can get started. I think it should be shared now.
Yeah, there it is.
So, yes, let me start with a quick intro. So, nice to meet you, everyone, in this IT hour session. My name is Barış, and I'm from Turkey, and I'm the product manager of SaaS Management here in JumpCloud. And I also recently joined. It's been like 3 to 4 months. So this is my first IT hour session as well. So I'm also as excited as you might be for this session. So before not taking too much of a time, I'll get started with the road so far. So previously, I believe it was in October, Serhat had a session here again. He explained SaaS Management and SaaS Management version 1 at that time. And after a couple of months, we're here with the version 2 updates. So basically, what we have done previously is on the left side, and what we almost finalized is the version 2. And within the version 2, we have two things already out. One of them is manually adding SaaS applications for the SaaS management. And the other one is, which is pretty much requested functionality, I would say, SaaS management working without SSO dependency, meaning that JumpCloud Go itself as a functionality is no longer a prerequisite or a required functionality to be able to use SaaS management. I will come into details in a few slides, but that is a big update on the SaaS management side. And we will going to be having an early access on the advanced shadow IT detection, meaning connectors, which is directly integrating with SaaS apps to be able to give you more detailed and bulletproof data in terms of the usage or app insights. Our early access will be on 7th of January, and it's going to take around a month until this feature is available for everyone. So let's start with adding SaaS apps manually. So what was the problem here? Why we wanted to be able to have this? The main reason is not every application can be detected automatically because we are using a SaaS application catalog, and you might want to be able to track your own internal applications, or you might be using GitHub Enterprise and you might want to have your custom GitHub domain to be tracked on SaaS management. And without this functionality, it is not quite possible for us to be able to know those domains and track beforehand. Additionally, what we heard from our customers is that partial web filtering is relating with SaaS management at the end of the day. So with this functionality, you will have a small flexibility, a little bit of manual work, but you will be able to add custom applications to SaaS Management, and you can put down the domains you wanted to warn or block into this custom application, and SaaS Management will start showing warning or blocking on that domain if anyone is trying to access that domain. So this was another, like, I would say, problem that we wanted to address in terms of this functionality. And last but not least is tracking the renewals or costs before discovery. So on the given state of SaaS Management, license tracking is being done manually, but again, it was requiring an app to be discovered so you can just put your license and cost information. But with adding SaaS applications manually, you can just add all your SaaS stack to JumpCloud by this functionality and start manually entering your licenses to be able to track them on a single place. So this is also another benefit that this functionality brings to us. And the next one is SaaS management working without functional dependencies. So as you might be familiar, or you already are on trial with SaaS management, or you already are using, you know that we were dependent into the JumpCloud Go functionality itself, and we are using the JumpCloud Go browser extension to be able to do the discovery on the SaaS management. So with this new update, we are removing this dependency. Still, the JumpCloud Go is the seamless way, because if you have the JumpCloud Go functionality itself, we will be able to gather like device data, tenant information, etc., while we are doing the discovery. But if you are not using JumpCloud Go, you can still now use SaaS Management as an add-on or as a standalone product within JumpCloud. The only prerequisite is now to be able to distribute the browser extension. So if you and your employees have the browser extension on the supported browsers, now that is enough. After you have a single JumpCloud console session, for 6 months straight, we will be able to do the discovery throughout that browser. But again, like, this is something we heard a lot from you and many others, that this functional dependency was a blocker for some of the companies for starting to use SaaS management. So this is like a huge update on our end, and this is all available. So you can go in and check out and try and give us some feedback on SaaS management. And finally, within our version 2 scope, this is the last thing that we are going to be releasing, and it's going to be connectors. So the connectors are like the best and most seamless way to be able to gather the application discovery and usage insights. The reason is we will be able to directly integrate with most common SaaS applications, and then we will gather the data directly from there. So it's going to be bulletproof. And this will be our third way of discovery. So first discovery method is browser extension, by the way. The second one is JumpCloud connected SSO applications of yours. And the third one is basically this connectors. So the initial connectors for our early access is going to be Google Workspace and Entra ID, because those are like applications, I would say. And we will be able to gather, for example, for Google Workspace, if you use this connector and integrate it with JumpCloud SaaS Management, you will be able to see the benefit almost instantly, because we will be able to get the data from your Google Workspace and directly present it to you in terms of which apps we discover already, which employees have signed in or signed up via Google to which SaaS applications, if they have given permissions, which permissions they have given, etc. So like, this connectors is going to be enhancing our platform as well as it's going to be helpful to see little bit faster benefit of SaaS management, and it's going to be historically. Because like on the audit log and such, Google already has this. We are just going to be gathering it, and we are going to be showing it properly to you on the SaaS management. So if you're interested in the early access, you can always like contact with me or your account manager, customer success manager. So we will be more than happy to have you on the early access if you're willing to explore how the connectors are going to work. And this too will be the initial ones, but we will be having around 10 to 12 connectors by the beginning of February. And upcoming months, on like I would say until the mid 2025, we are willing to reach up to 50 and many more. So we will always be increasing our connectors amount. So yes, which I explained a little bit earlier. So this is like about account access data and account permissions, and we will be able to get all the OAuth-based logins and signups from those two initial connectors. So a quick demo I would like to do about adding SaaS applications manually. So let's switch up to JumpCloud. So here under applications, now we have this add app button under every single tab. So you can find this, and once you click on it, it is asking you to choose a SaaS application. You can either choose it from our catalog, which is listed here, and you can say, okay, I want to have like Basecamp because I have a Basecamp license. I wanted to track it. It is an approved application, and you're selecting your owner. And once you click on add, it's done. We will be starting to track Basecamp, and you can do whatever license tracking manually on Basecamp as well. But additionally, if the application you're looking for is not included in our catalog, or you wanted to do a little partial web filtering, you can use this button here, which is Add Custom App. The same flow with a small change, we will be requiring domains to be able to identify and track which custom app you want to track or warn or block. So we can give a little bit of a name. It can be, I don't know, Hugging Face, for example, and then you will be typing the domain, let's say huggingface.com, and then you additionally decided to like block maybe Facebook. You don't want anyone to be able to access Facebook, or you wanted to warn them beforehand. After that, you're just going to be selecting the status again. It can be unapproved, for example, and the owner can be me. And here you can see that you can set your access restrictions. So in that case, our default action is showing a warning, but I can change it. I can say like block this application. I can overwrite the default message. I can recommend an alternative app or resource so that employees trying to access these websites will see a button here saying that, hey, this website is not allowed. You can use this instead, or read our AI policy, etc. So, for example, here I was like testing it out, checking it. So let me see if I can find one of it. So Twitch. Twitch is not a SaaS app, which is why we are not tracking logins and signups from Twitch usually. But if I wanted to be able to warn or block Twitch, I can just add it. And once I add in it, it will also start tracking. So it will show the accounts that people are using trying to access Twitch, for example, or I can just completely block it and move forward. So basically, this is how adding a manual application process works right now. It can either be from our catalog, or it can be a custom application, which is pretty easy, and it will help you to have a little bit more overview on like how your SaaS stack is evolving, or how do you want to achieve a little bit of like manual work with the web filtering, I would say. And just a quick note, as usual, this is not like 100% bulletproof. So you might be adding an application or a domain address. We might not get the discovery fully out of it because every sign up, sign in flow is different. And sometimes our extension might not be able to catch it. So we might not be able to show you the accounts discovered. But in that sort of scenario, you can always contact us and we will do our best to understand, debug it, and then we will include that in our extension so it will start tracking if it is like a must-have application for you. So before like going into the questions, feedback, anything basically, I also wanted to give you a quick glimpse on what's next in terms of SaaS management for early 2025, I would say, maybe until the first half. We are looking forward to add more and more connectors because connectors are great. With the connectors, we will be able to gather even automated license information later next year. But to begin with, we will include more connectors. We will increase our out-of-the-box insights within the platform. We know that it's a little bit premature at the point because like SaaS Management has been released in October. It's just been like a little bit of time. So we received a bunch of feedbacks on what sorts of insights are useful. So we are bringing that until the first half of 2025 as well. We will also introduce device discovery, which is going to be, again, one of the fourth, I would say now, discovery methods that we have. We will be able to capture if it's a managed device and if it has a JumpCloud agent, we will be able to get the SaaS applications and those applications related usage insights from the device. This will help us to broaden our coverage in terms of discovery even more after the connectors. And last but not least, notifications. We are aware that like currently we are a little bit of lacking notifications, but now it's the time that we are starting to work on, and it's going to be three critical notifications. One of them is going to be about upcoming renewals if you have license information set. The other one is going to be if there is a new discovery on an unapproved application, the app owner will be notified. And additionally, we will have a like wrap up every week that's saying, hey, we discovered these accounts, we discovered these applications. So these are also coming next year, early next year. And yeah, I guess that is it on my end. And we can move with questions if you have, or if you have already used SaaS Management, happy to have your feedback.
Yeah, we do have some questions. So we'll start with one Jonathan had. Does SaaS Management work in incognito private browsers?
No, because of extension not being available on incognito or private browsers, it's not possible for us to be able to get the discovery. But connectors is going to be helping along with this if someone is like accessing, especially if they're using, for example, Google Sign In, Google Sign Up, it's going to help us to cover a little bit of that side as well. But to be fair, there will always be like this 1% that trying to avoid these things, trying to bypass those things like extension or anything else. People will do it eventually. It's not always going to be like 100% bulletproof because there are too many ways to be able to like bypass it. But for now, no, on incognito and private browser, we cannot have it unless the extension is there.
Gotcha. Will SaaS Management 2.0 work on Safari and Firefox?
Currently, I believe we have Firefox support because I believe JumpCloud Go is available on Firefox. It should be a supported browser for JumpCloud Go browser extension. And for the Safari, it is something we are discovering yet. We are trying to understand how we can approach it, and it's going to be next year. I can say that in next year's plans, it's going to be available on Safari as well. But as I have explained a little bit on what's it looking for the next couple of months, it's not there, but it will be.
Right. All right. For Mac users, is SaaS Management compatible with other EDR tools that use the network filter?
Can we elaborate this one a little bit more? Like how do you mean like compatible with other tools? Like because what we do on SaaS management in terms of like filtering, like warning and blocking, it's basically just a browser level warn and block. It's not something on the network level. It's not like a VPN or anything that we are uh, fully putting a wall in between and we are not allowing. It's just like a browser level warn and block on the SaaS management side on the browser.
Yeah. All right. Leandro is asking, will that allow me to quickly assess which Google SSO applications are ready to be migrated into JumpCloud SSO applications? I'm not sure
If
when this
you're
came in.
I think this might be related with the Google Workspace connector topic. So, if you're using SaaS management and once we have the Google Workspace connector, once you connect it, we will be gathering the applications that employees are using Google Sign in, Sign Up to be accessing. And those applications will be visible to you on JumpCloud SaaS management application list. And on the list, we have this column, which is saying SSO connection available or not. So you will be able to see if the SSO connection is available within JumpCloud. And once you click on it, you can just like redirect to JumpCloud SSO applications page, and you will be able to see it. If this was the question, it is like what I understood so far.
All righty. And Stuart wants to know, can you remove apps if you've added them? Because he can't do this currently.
Yeah, definitely. Like that is something we on and on hearing about, and I would say that within a couple of weeks it might be available because it's not like something we're thinking like a big functionality that should be included in other versions or other things. But I would say that it can be available within a couple of weeks or by the end of the year. So, Stuart, I can like keep you posted once I have more structured information from the team on when they're going to be having this possible.
Great. Thank you. Okay, a couple more. Nathan wants to know if a custom app that has been added ends up being added to your app catalog, does that automatically get updated to a known app? Would any previous history move over with that, or would it be lost?
Yeah. So basically, there's not going to be any like, how to say this? You're not going to be losing any progress. So if it's going to be added into the catalog, it's going to be mainly showing as a catalog application separately at this point, but merging applications is also going to be coming up on the upcoming months for only this case, basically. Just we haven't have done it yet is because our catalog is currently on a state where it is stable, and in the near future, I would say like within 2 weeks, we are not looking forward to add bunch of different SaaS applications to our catalog. So for now, it's not going to be a case for anyone using custom applications, but you are not going to be losing any progress. It's going to be tracked on either of the applications. And if you will have this case happening, and if the data is going spread it all over the custom app and the catalog app, feel free to contact us and we will sort something out for you if the merging is not there already.
Wonderful. And one more. Francis wants to know, can you elaborate on license management?
Yes, of course. I can also like quickly share my screen if that's possible, because it will be easier to showcase it for now, how it is looking like. So,
And while you're doing that,
all
Nathan
right.
says, sounds good. Not an issue currently, just thinking ahead.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah. That was also something we were discussing internally as well, and we just don't want to like think around it and build a functionality around it and keep everyone waiting until it is completed and done. So we just wanted to get this out, the adding SaaS applications manually, so anyone can benefit out of it while we figure out how we can like manage it basically. Okay, so the license management. So here, let's say 360 learning. When you go into an application, as I mentioned, it is currently manual, but what you can do is if you want to track the license information, you can select paid monthly or paid yearly, and you can select your renewal date. Let's say it is 30th of December, and it is like $10, and we have 150 total licenses. Once you save, you will be able to see this information on the app details here, and also under approved applications, you can also see it like, for example, let's see if we have anything different here. Unfortunately, not on our demo application, but it will also show up here as the cost information and the renewal information. So current state is this. The reason I wanted to show it like this is current state is pretty manual process, but we already started pre-researching about automated license management and like license binding to the accounts, and then being able to show all this information basically to you and how it can be beneficial and such. And I would say that we are pushing it to be available by the end of first half of 2025, but the early research is done. We are now going deep dive into it, so we will have more information, and we are looking forward to get it out with the next updates.
Yeah, that's great. I've heard other people talking about that as well. Just having a dashboard of being able to see when things like that are coming up. So I think quite a few folks will be interested in that.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
all right. I don't see any more questions at the moment, but if you think of something, please go ahead and put it in the chat and we'll come back to it. Thank you. And our next segment is always IT news when we have time for it. And we've got just barely over 10 minutes. So let's, Chris says, thank you. That was super helpful, as we have not deployed SaaS management, but we will doing so in January. That's great, Chris. We look forward to seeing how that goes for you and hearing your feedback.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. We always like hearing how it goes for when you first deploy it. And once you all get a little bit further into SaaS management, I also run case studies, by the way, and I would love to have 2 or 3 examples of people using SaaS management and get a good case study from you. So keep that in mind. Oh, we've got something here from Francis. Can we add a custom license type? This would be helpful, for example, when using Microsoft E1 versus E5.
Yeah, on the current state, it is not possible, but it is something we also have seen a lot while we are researching, that it is a must-have functionality. to be able to say we have a competitive license management functionality within SaaS management, then we will be bringing that. We will be letting you to decide your tiers and the prices for those tiers, and we will have account binding, so you could bind those to certain people, and you will have like full vision in terms of license management next year.
Let's see. So Nathan says, thanks for the update on SaaS management. Hope to see you back on the IT hour as development continues. Yeah, I think once the next release comes out, then we will definitely invite you back to see what's new.
Yeah, it would be great.
All right. So IT news. Some interesting things coming out. So I think most of you have heard of the Notebook LM audio overview that Google came out with, where you can introduce some information to Notebook LM and it will turn it into a podcast. And so Google has updated this to where you can now ask a question of the AI host of the overview, and the AI host will call on you and you ask your question, and they will respond with a personalized answer based on your sources. And after answering, they'll resume with the original audio overview. Now, it's still kind of in beta, so it might be a little buggy, quirky, but very interesting how they are developing that. And I actually had a friend who tested this out. They fed it several things, like some things they'd written, their resume, and a bunch of other things. And, just to kind of get like an about this person thing. And it was really interesting. It talked about how great they were and all of their skills and abilities. And it was actually kind of neat. I don't necessarily want stuff like this to replace people doing podcasts, because I love the banter people have and the different things that they do in podcasts. But if you want to do something like that to get a new perspective on something when you're too close to it, I think it was really interesting to hear how it turned out. And it was kind of cool because it made them think about how awesome they actually are. Like when you're job hunting, you might struggle with how to represent yourself, and so it gave them like a new way of thinking about all their accomplishments. So that part of it was pretty cool. And there was a kind of a funny story out of San Francisco where an AI company trolled San Francisco with billboards saying stop hiring humans. And a Y Combinator backed company called Artisan, which sells customer service and sales workflow software, launched a provocative billboard campaign in San Francisco playing on angst of whether tech companies are worried about, tech companies hope will replace human intellectual labor with AI. And they played on that angst, and it features the slogan, stop hiring humans. And the company markets its software products as AI employees or artisans. So kind of funny. The reaction to the ads online has been largely negative. A Blue Sky user named Space Prez posted one of the billboards and simply said, ah, and it had over 2,000 likes. So interesting tactic, and but kind of funny, kind of not funny at the same time. So I don't know if any of you have seen that or what you thought of it, but I don't know. Oh, we've still got some comments in here about talking about SaaS management, and JumpCloud looks like it'd be a strong strong with non-budget or contract tracking needs. So I like what you all are saying in here. Keep going. Thank you, Brandon, for saying JumpCloud's offering makes a ton of sense, even though I know you all aren't using it right now. Appreciate that comment. More AI. There was a lot of AI stuff in there. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to be so AI heavy. Google is asking the feds to kill Microsoft's cloud hosting deal with OpenAI. So the subheadline was apparently tech companies like regulators when it's beneficial to their own interests. Imagine that. So major tech companies have had a fraught relationship with federal regulators in recent years, with politicians from both parties finding different reasons to try and loosen their power and influence. Google is currently fighting against a recent court ruling that found it has an illegal monopoly on search and must divest its current Chrome browser. The search giant has been defending itself aggressively in the case, arguing that it has plenty of competition in the industry from the likes of OpenAI. But funny thing is that the same companies are happy to cry to the regulators about concerns of unfair or anti-competitive behavior when it's to their benefit. Case in point, Google has reportedly approached the FTC and asked the agency to end Microsoft's exclusive deal with OpenAI to provide cloud hosting for ChatGPT. It argues the deal limits competition and potentially could impose higher costs on developers seeking to use ChatGPT APIs in their products. That was from Gizmodo, but I saw that in a couple of other places. So there you go. And if you're still super interested in what's going on with more AI stuff, Siri's integration with ChatGPT is live for iPhone, iPad, and Mac. And they had one of their little ads in that article. So here's the ad about that. And I'm going to pause that for a second because Francis wants to know, when is asset management coming? Barış, I don't know if you have an answer for that or not.
Yeah, I have a vague answer. I would say early to mid 2025, around that time, I would say, because I know that everything has been discussed and the initial version has been decided, but it's a long road to take and hard work it requires. So I can ask and get more detailed information about the asset management's due, I would say, but I would say mid 2025, around that.
Very nice. Thank you for that. And in case you aren't paying attention to CISA, once again, they've got some industrial control systems advisories. Apple has released security updates for multiple products. Microsoft has released their December security updates. Adobe has released updates. Ivanti has as well. And there were 10 industrial control systems updates and then another 7. And they've added a known exploited vulnerability to the catalog. All that in the last week. So make sure you are keeping up to date on those. And then in more fun things for you Star Trek geeks out there, there's a new trailer for Star Trek Section 31. And I've got the YouTube link for that because, hey, Michelle Yeoh is back for Star Trek, and they're going to give us the backstory for her character Giorgio's evil mirror universe counterpart, where she was a despotic emperor who murdered millions of her own people. So the trailer looks really interesting. So it just looked like something fun to promote on a Friday right before we head out for the weekend. I have loved Michelle Yeoh ever since Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. She's an amazing actress. And so I thought it would be fun to show something that she's in. And Kelly says Michelle Yeoh is a complete sentence. It's going to be awesome. I mean, the trailers look pretty great, and she's still killing it. And if you're not a fan of hers, well, go watch anything she's been in. And if that doesn't make you a fan, then you have a cold, dead heart, and you should just, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But we may not be able to be friends if you don't like Michelle Yeoh. So sorry to break up with you like that so abruptly, but it is what it is. And with that, Barış, thank you for joining. It was great to have you. What an amazing debut on the IT Hour. So glad to have you. Look forward to having you again sometime next year. Okay. Okay. Just saying next year. It's weird to say that. But we're almost up to 2025 very soon. And y'all, I may not talk to you again until next year because we may skip next week, and then the week after that is right after the holidays, so we definitely won't have the IT Hour, and then it's debatable on the first week of January because of the new year. So it may be maybe a few weeks. So if I don't see you, please have a happy holiday. I will be posting the holiday wish list in the lobby of the community, the lobby board. I didn't do that between last week and this week, but I will do that so that you can share all the wonderful things that you have been using in the last year or want to get for your holiday. It's actually favorite things / holiday wish list. So go show us what it could be. It can be technology, or it can be something else in your life that you really love that you just want to share with others. And please go tell us what you like. And Francis says, guys, you are awesome. Love JumpCloud and how much you always keep rolling to new features. Kudos to you, Becky and Barış and the JC team. Oh, thank you, Francis. We really appreciate those comments. We really love you all too. Seriously, this is my favorite time of the week. And Brandon says, don't forget Mac OS 15.2 came out yesterday. That's right. And I think 18.2 on the phone is what came out, and how Siri and ChatGPT and all of that integration is coming out. So with that, we're over a little bit, but thank you for hanging out. And we'll see you in 2025, most likely. So thanks, everyone, and have a great.
Bye, everyone.